Then we'll take questions for the student athletes first. Raise your hand, I'll call on you, and then we'll get back to coach.
Great players win big games, guys. It's as simple as that. Chris Bell right here to my left was phenomenal throughout the entire game. You know, we got off to a slow start. Ball found Chris, and Chris did what he does. Knock down shots, get in the paint, make people better. Defensive plays. Dai, I can't say enough about Dai Ames. You talk about leadership, you talk about character, you talk about a guy that cares only about winning. And he made huge plays that game. And so I've talked about two guys. We have a locker room full of great players. And so I'm proud of these guys and grateful for a great game from UCLA. UCLA is a great team. Give them a lot of credit, and we're open to questions.
Thomas Sun, right for California. Day for you, obviously. The first 30 minutes or so, you had to fight through a lot of struggles, a lot of physicality at the point of attack. How did you manage to power through that, and eventually you saw the room get pretty wide there at the end?
Just me staying aggressive. Chris hit a lot of shots in the first half and kind of opened the floor for me more. So, you know, him being home, I just started being weak in the second half.
Chris Dai, this is stepping up on a big stage against some higher level competition in a NBA arena. I mean, almost a legendary arena. How much does this mean to you as players succeeding in a game like this?
I think just for us, we feel like we're one of the top teams in the country. So when we play against anybody, we're able to come out and compete. And we felt like against K-State, we didn't show that in the first half. So we wanted to come out against UCLA and play both halves and see what the outcome was. We have to win today.
You're in front.
Yeah, for both guys. I know Coach knows this, but you guys know what the Cal-UCLA rivalry was and how much this game means to Cal fans.
Wait, you asking, did we know?
Pardon me?
Wait, you asked, did we know what the rivalry?
Yeah, did you know what the rivalry, I mean, you guys are, I mean, Chris, you're from around here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from here, so I've kind of been used to it. And, you know, it's always been UCLA beating us, so that's what I've been used to growing up. But I think, you know, just for us, just to come out here and compete, that was the big thing for us. We didn't want to be real brother.
Other questions?
Yeah, could you guys talk a little bit about the halftime adjustments? It seemed pretty distinct first half from second half, both on both ends of the floor.
Go ahead, Dai.
I feel like it wasn't really a adjustment for it was just us tight what we was doing. You know, we had a lot of mistakes doing in the first half. In the second half, we just came out and executed things way better.
Jane.
Hi, you guys. Janie McCauley from AP. Every time that they maybe made a shot or made a big play, it seemed like you had an answer. I mean, how important was that to keep pushing every time they maybe did something well? You guys made a play on the other end.
I think just for us, just battling through adversity. People are going to make shots, but it's like our coaches tell us, you know, if they take a shot outside the paint or that, we can live with that. You know, we just stuck to the game plan, and the game plan worked out for us.
You're in front.
For Chris, you hit plenty of open threes, you know, down the stretch of that game. Was that more of a function of how the transition and offense was going for you guys, or more of defensive lapses from UCLA, you think?
I think it was us in the way we were playing defense, being able to get out and run. And obviously, you know, our guards are very dynamic, so being able just to play off those guys. And I feel like in our starting lineup, we got 5 people who get 14 and 20 points a night, so it's very difficult for us to guard us.
Any other questions for the athletes? Okay, where do you guys go? Coach, you're up.
Appreciate y'all.
Coach Ben Bob, Chile Times, nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
It felt watching that game like your intensity level as a team was maybe a little bit higher than UCLA's. Did you feel that you guys really brought the effort and intensity tonight, and was that a difference in this game?
Well, I mean, shoot, if you look at the start of the game, it was UCLA that absolutely had every loose ball. They had all the intensity, and then they played hard throughout the entire game. I mean, this UCLA team is one of the toughest teams in the country, and they played hard. They played incredibly hard. And there were times when they just imposed their will physically. Give our guys credit. Our guys didn't back down. You know, our guys didn't back down from the physicality, and we were able to make some plays late.
You're in front.
Mark, where does this one rank in 2.5 seasons as the Cal head coach?
Well, this is really satisfying, especially for the players. You know, we live in a time where so much is happening in the transfer portal. so many moving pieces in the offseason. There, obviously, with all the league changing, with all the league changes, and with us being in the ACC now, UCLA being in the Big Ten, there's still a tremendous rivalry in state. And I'm grateful that we're able to play this game. Hopefully, we'll be able to continue to play games like this in state with UCLA and with others also. I think it's great for the game of basketball, and we're grateful for the opportunity.
And here.
Yeah, you guys were able to limit Donovan Dent to 3 points, 1 for 8 from the field. Was there anything strategically or a plan that you felt were able to dominate him defensively?
Look, some of his shots just went in and out, or they rolled out. Donovan Dent is an outstanding player. I mean, he is truly one of the best point guards in this country. He's a true point guard. As we studied film on him, you can see him making passes through seams that it doesn't even look like the seam is there, and he does that, and he does that consistently. We tried to take away vision, and we tried to take away space. At times it worked a little bit, at times it didn't. But again, Donovan, one of the top point guards out there.
Coach, the first win against a ranked team in your time as a head coach of Cal, and the first win for the program since 2020. Just kind of what was the message going into the game against facing such a tall test, and then kind of how do you feel the guys answered the call tonight?
We talk a lot about energy. As a rookie back in the NBA, the coaches and Phil, they talked about energy all the time. And so our message tonight was one of energy. We also talk a lot as a staff about when you put all that work in the days and weeks and months leading up to all games, and in particular, that this was a big one. Really on a game day at 3 or 4 o'clock, all the hay, we say the hay's in the barn. All the work has been done. All the preparation has been done, and now it's time to go out there and have great energy, have great focus, communicate, and try to execute what we've worked on for weeks and months. We changed some things defensively in the offseason. You guys can probably see that. Our defense last year was horrible, but it was better tonight.
I go to the back a minute.
Mark, can you talk about some of the intangibles in this game? I mean, the energy, the hustle, those are big, but guys were getting in and disrupting and passing lanes. Reedus is one of those intangible guys that does all these little things that might not show up on the scoreboard, although it does tonight for him. He did score. But that hustle element just seemed to be the added edge that you guys needed to get over the top today.
Reedus Petrides, 7 rebounds. Reedus Petrides, 7 rebounds in 22 minutes. Perfect from the free throw line. 4 for 4 free throws. 12 points, 1 assist, no turnovers, a steal. Reedus is the guy that if you show up, a lot of people growing up, you play basketball out on an outdoor court. And if Reedus Petrides walks up to a court, he's not going to be picked first. Just you're looking at him. He's not imposing physically. He's not 7 feet tall. But the minute Reedus Petrides starts playing basketball, he's an absolute phenomenal basketball player. He's a throwback to days of old. I mean, we would not have won this game tonight without Reedus Petrides. Dai and Chris made huge plays. Justin Pippen, huge plays. But we would not have won the game tonight without every member, and in particular, Reedus Petrides.
Mark, you guys, I'm not telling any tales out of school, haven't had a winning record in almost a decade. Is tonight a night that you can announce to the Bay Area, if we're not back, we're close to being back?
We don't look at the past and try to think about the past. We don't get too fixated on the future. We're trying to live our moment in the present and take every single step in the present. Every single step. Win or lose, good practice, bad practice, watch the film with the players. Have the tough conversations as a staff with myself. How can I be better as a head coach? We've made multiple big changes in our program in the last 6 months. We had a big change a week ago that's internal that I'm not going to go into, but we're trying to optimize everything. And I don't want to get into, we're back, we're doing, I want to focus on what are we doing in the moment to become a championship team. I want to get lost in the process. I want to get lost in all the work every single day. And that's what our guys are doing. And that's what this staff is doing. This staff works incredibly hard. Early mornings, late nights, recruiting trail, everything. I cannot say enough about this staff.
Janie, and then last question, Thomas.
Hi, Mark, nice to see you.
Janie, good to see you again.
Thanks. You guys didn't win the rebounding battle, but it seemed like it. Watching, you're talking about the energy, and it seemed like that the way you guys crashed the boards led to the, you know, the fast break chances that you guys did so well. I mean, pushing the pace and tempo, which seemed dominant going that direction. I mean, is that some of that energy stuff you're talking about in terms of crashing the glass and getting out?
No question. Yeah, no question. I mean, yeah, looking at the box score, UCLA won the rebounding battle.
Right.
That's a great point. I think there was a stretch there somewhere, and I gotta look at the film, somewhere between the last, 7 minutes on the clock and maybe 1 minute on the clock. That stretch, our guys were able to come up with the 50-50 balls.
It seemed like, okay, so that stretch you can look at and say, hey, we did win the rebounding battle.
Off memory,
Yeah.
I mean, I see this blonde-haired kid going in there, Ritas, just coming up with rebounds, off memory.
Last question.
Mark, you mentioned the improvements on defense tonight. You guys sent an extra defender to all the UCLA guards to throughout the screens. What did you like most about how the guys responded, and what more can you take away going forward in terms of sending those types of defenses?
Well, I mean, look, at times I think it helped give Dent and other guards on the UCLA team a different look, but at times they absolutely diced it up. Early in the game, they did a great job of just dicing up the coverage. We were late, we weren't where we were supposed to be, we didn't have the awareness of the ball, and so I would say it worked a little bit, and I would say we have a lot of work to do on that.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys, appreciate you
Congrats.
guys.